Vinicius Jr. shouldn't have been set off. It should have been a yellow card, said Madrid's head coach after the match against Valencia, one of the key events of which was the Brazilian forward's red card. Vini Jr. should have been prepared for this kind of reception at Mestalla Stadium, given his past scandals with local fans here. And this time, even before the match, the fans were walking around shouting, "Vinicius Jr. is a beach ball." That was a jab at Vinicius Jr.'s second place in the Ballon d'Or race. A banner showed him with a beach ball. We know Vinicius Jr. well and understand he couldn't resist responding to fans' insults. This is the gesture from the Brazilian that was caught on camera. This is a hint that Valencia are doing so poorly this season that they will end up in the Spanish second division. We will analyze the moment with the removal of Vini Jr., the reaction of the Madridists to the referee's decision, and what will happen next with the player further in this video. So, just to recap, Madrid kicks off 2025 with a win, earning 3 points, and they continue their unbeaten streak of 6 matches. This success allowed them to climb to the top of the table, but Atletico has a game in hand. The game against Valencia was really tough. There were plenty of events in the match. The first half ended in defeat after conceding a goal in the 27th minute. The fans criticized Vasquez the most and started talking about transfers again. Doesn't Florentino see that Vasquez is a huge problem? We urgently need a new defender this winter. Either that, or we'll have to use Asensio as a right back if we want to compete for La Liga. The squad issue is understood not just by the fans, but also by the club's management. Otherwise, there wouldn't be attempts to buy Trent from Liverpool this winter for 25 million euros. We could have waited for Trent until the summer for free, but if Liverpool received such an offer, it means we need the player for the crucial second half of the season. In the second half, the troubles for Madrid didn't end, they were just beginning. Mbappe quickly earned a penalty, and Jude stepped up to take it. He hadn't missed a penalty before this, for accurate shots, both in Dortmund and in Madrid. And then something happens for the first time. Jude takes the shot, but the ball hits the post. I'm worried that we've missed 3 penalties already. I decide who takes the penalties, so that's my responsibility. That's Carlos speaking, taking responsibility. But for us, it's a surprising season when our top players can't convert penalties. This applies to Mbappe and now to Jude Bellingham. I don't like to talk about refereeing, but when Jude took the shot, the referee really turned a blind eye to all the fouls that happened. The goalkeeper wasn't on the line, and the Valencia player entered the box too early. The referee should have called for a retake, but he didn't. Jude made up for his miss in a big way at the end of the match. This was already after Vini Jr.'s red card, which we'll talk about in just a moment. So, Bellingham provides the assist for the first goal, and Luka Modric finishes it off. It's now 1-1. Let's admire Luka Modric because he becomes the oldest player in Madrid's history to score in an official match. 39 years, 116 days, and he breaks the record of the legendary Ferenc Puskás 1966. And here's the second goal, the winning one for Madrid, gifted by Valencia themselves. But in this situation, Jude still had to keep his cool, and he really did. I'm looking at the player ratings in the Madrid fans app. You can do this regularly too. Download it. You'll find the link in the description of this video. And I agree with the 9 points for Jude. Even though he missed the penalty, the fact that he pulled off this match is definitely a sign of the great form Jude is in. But there were also those who clearly flopped in this match. Lucas Vázquez, we talked about him earlier, and of course Vini Jr., who also gets a 4 rating. I probably give him a 2 for how he behaved in this match. Vini Jr. was provoked, reacted, got a red card, and tried to confront the referee. Of course, he was initially provoked by the Valencia goalkeeper, but no one expected such a reaction from the Brazilian to jump up and go after the keeper like that, which is why he got the red card. What's worse for Vini Jr., and for all of us, is that this moment wasn't over yet, because when Vini Jr. was heading to the locker room after getting the red card, he suddenly lost it again and tried to go after the referee. If it weren't for Rudiger, who physically stopped the Brazilian, I can't imagine what could have happened. And Vini Jr. could have faced some serious punishment for his behavior specifically in this match. First with the goalkeeper, then with the referee. But it's already clear that for Vini Jr.'s antics, according to the regulations, he faces a suspension of 4 to 12 matches. It could be 4 matches, or it could be 12 matches. If this ends up being the maximum punishment, we understand that he could miss a third of the season in La Liga and other tournaments. The Copa del Rey, the Supercopa de España. And of course, it's just so frustrating. Why? What are you doing, Vini Jr.? Yeah, the Brazilian apologized after the match. And honestly, that apology doesn't seem sincere to me. He wrote, "Sorry and thank you, team. The team pulled through, so thanks to them, but sorry for what?" For putting the team in a tough spot like that out of nowhere, not just in this match, but in future games as well. We're going to have the semifinals of the Supercopa de España really soon. This is a fight for the first trophy. Vinicius Jr. definitely won't be playing in these matches. It's still unknown when he'll be back on the field next. And it's not just an apology, it's a huge blow to the team over the long haul. The Brazilian, above all, needs to understand this. I was very angry that evening at Junior's fault. Of course, I understand him and support him as much as possible, and I understand his character, his emotionality. But probably, when such behavior in the first match of 2025, when a player is sent off, when such emotions, it's already too much. To check in with my own feelings and emotions, I definitely went to see what the Madrid fans were saying about it. And I suggest you do the same. Let's discuss it in the comments. Let's take a look. As much as I love Vinicius Jr., this guy is losing it. Too many complaints and too many reactions, not knowing when to just keep quiet. Vinicius Jr. is an amazing player, the best in the world, but he complains way too much. His behavior on the field is a downside, in my opinion. Someone needs to talk to him. But guys, I don't know who should talk to him. Florentino, maybe Carlo, or maybe Rudiger should have a serious talk with him to make sure he doesn't make those mistakes, those blunders, or let his emotions get the best of him on the field. Honestly, I just don't know. You're playing like a clown, control your temper, or you'll miss out on a lot of good things. Do you always have to say something? Most teams are now targeting you because they know you're going to lose your cool. Apologies accepted, but mister, why don't you sometimes control your emotions? You're the target in the world of football, all eyes are on you. It's true, everyone knows Vinicius Jr.'s character. He's a good target for any opponent to get under his skin. And that way they can stay in the game if Madrid ends up playing with fewer players after Vinicius gets sent off. I just don't get what it's going to take for the Brazilian to get it together. This has been going on for a really long time. He really doesn't control his emotions. If he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, in those simple moments when he needs to keep his cool and not react to opponents' provocations, he needs to focus on playing football. And then he could win the Ballon d'Or. Otherwise, there won't be any Ballon d'Or in Vinicius Jr.'s life. But what to do and how to react to this episode, let's discuss. Please share your thoughts on this in the comments. I'll be happy to read everything. Well, we have the fight for our first trophy of the season coming up real soon. Spanish Super Cup, semifinal, our first opponent is Mallorca. I have no doubt we can win without Vinicius Jr. We have players who can get the job done. I think this will be the first trophy we'll try to win. It's going to be tough, but we'll be looking forward to watching it soon. As for the win in the semifinal of the Spanish Super Cup, I'm calling it right now. I think it's going to be a solid victory. Well, I'm calling the win in the semifinal match of the Spanish Super Cup right now. I think it's going to be a solid win. Also, you can grab a bonus through the link in the pinned comment. You can bet $1 on Madrid's win and grow your bankroll along with Madrid. It's really easy to do because we believe in and support Madrid. Grab it through the link in the pinned comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and give this video a like. I'm really disappointed with Vinicius Jr.'s behavior. We'll see what happens next. Well, thank you for your attention and goodbye.